death, taxes, and Livenation, more AI-nxiety, and what's better than donuts? Welcome to the Unlimited Supply Podcast, your daily music business TLDR in your ear, powered by just enough self-knowledge to keep me from ever being a tour manager, and brought to you by No Disc, helping music, technology, and finance companies navigate the music industry, and in partnership with Digital Music News. It's May 22nd, 2025. I'm Lars Murray, and it's Touring Thursday. But before we hit the road, the AI news in recent days has burst the seams of our Tech Tuesday coverage. There's a dizzying array of policy wrangling going on right now over training data usage by AI platforms in the US and in the UK and in Europe. When it comes to establishing benchmarks for regulation, the European Union often leads the way, and AI training is no exception. However, there's renewed concern over the past week or two that Europe's regulations are not written crisply enough to protect rights holders against unauthorized scraping and use. But that's the relatively good news, as the US and to a large extent the UK are lately leaning toward a more Wild West approach to data training. Over in Billboard, Richard Smirke has an update on why rights holders are rightfully feeling this AI anxiety. All right, let's hit the road. They say three things are inevitable in life: death, taxes, and Livenation. Actually, allow me to correct myself. Death, taxes, and hating Livenation. It's not always fair, but it is remarkably consistent. It's practically a national religion. I mean, the only thing the Biden and current Justice Department seem to be able to agree on is Livenation bad, which has kept the company in a nonstop legal defense mode over the past year. Frankly, it's hard to keep up with the dizzying array of legal issues, especially in a busy week like this. I can't keep it all straight, but I'll try. First, you have the angry Swifties who have been pursuing a class action suit over the Eras Tour on sale. Over on Puck's The Powers That Be podcast, Eriq Gardner attempts to explain that one. It looks like the plaintiffs have run into some difficulties proving harm, but the company is not out of the woods yet. The new one this week is a charge that Ticketmaster and AEG colluded on COVID-era refund policies that resulted in most ticket buyers eating their purchases of canceled events rather than getting refunds. Music Business Worldwide's Mandy Dowling-Doug does a very deep dive on this one, but for the short version, you can hit up J.R. Lynn's story in Polestar. And the third big story of the Livenation week is that the company seems to be waking up as to how to get things done with this administration. Maybe try putting one of the president's buddies on your board, which is what Livenation did this week. It appointed administration Swiss Army knife and Kennedy Center China shop bull Richard Grenell to its board. Hey, the kid's catching on. No conflict, no interest. Dave Brooks has the story in Billboard. So maybe we're putting the how before the why. Why exactly is it a national religion to hate Livenation? Well, in Billboard, Elizabeth Dilts Marshall, or as we call her around here, EDM, ties the room together and does the math in a piece that launched yesterday. It's right there in the headline. Kids are paying over $300 or going into debt to buy tickets. That's right, going into debt to buy tickets. Among other juicy numbers, EDM notes that ticket prices have increased 30% in just the last 5 years, and she introduces a new statistic I've never seen before: the price per minute of a big concert. Apparently, if you put the taxi meter on the big stars, Bad Bunny delivers a very economical per minute rate, while Charlie XCX commands more than double his rate. I'm not going to spoil EDM's great work. You can go to the article for the exact numbers, but the per minute rate may be an even better statistical benchmark than the streaming subscription to Tim Hortons Donuts conversion rate that we use here at Unlimited Supply. Yes, I said better than donuts. Billboard also ran a handy-dandy companion piece on places to find cheap tickets. Bookmark it. I did. Every week we discuss the artists dominating their markets, a few artists who might be punching above their weight, and a few you might be surprised still have tickets available in the U.S. music capitals, New York, L.A., and Nashville. We call it the Who Sells Out. In New York, Cowboy Carter is the big show of the week as Beyoncé's 5-night stand hits the swamps of Jersey starting tonight. $100 will get you in the stadium for a limited view ticket at face value, but all the good ones are taken, and the secondary market ticket prices are eye-watering. The Chainsmokers are a sellout tonight at the Brooklyn Mirage. Sunflower Bean is not a sellout at Warsaw tonight. And there are still 4, count 'em, 4 tickets in the orchestra at the Beacon tonight for Tedeschi Trucks with Buddy Guy opening. Teddy Swims' I've Tried Everything But Therapy tour is a sellout Wednesday at Radio City, and also on Wednesday still some decent tickets available in the orchestra at Face for Creedence Clearwater Revival at the Beacon. Fogerty still has it. I saw him at South by Southwest. Definitely a bucket list show. In LA, while B is the big stadium stand in New York, Kendrick and SZA are doing the last couple of nights of their stand at SoFi Stadium Friday and Saturday. Both nights are sold out with secondaries starting at $271. Still plenty of tickets in all sections for Hardy, the Jim Bob World Tour with Co Wetzel, Saturday night at the Glen Helen Amphitheater in San Bernardino. Also, still some available for Dive on Sunday at the Terragram. In LA, you have one more chance in life to see Gang of Four, so don't screw this one up to stay home and watch Netflix. They're at the Fonda on Wednesday. It's their final tour. And by the way, check out Gang of Four drummer Hugo Burnham's brilliant My Record podcast. There's a link in the show notes. Hugo's been nursing what hockey folks call a lower body injury, so heal up fast, Mr. Burnham. In Nashville, where nothing ever sells out, Gillian or Jillian, I can never get that straight. Let's settle on Gillian Welch and David Rawlings are all but a sellout tonight at the Ryman. Still a few left over for their second night tomorrow. Eric Church is a sellout tomorrow night at the Pinnacle, but not on Saturday night. Nashville's tough, man. Bunch of GA tickets still available for that. I guess that's because some Eric Church fans decided to go see the sold-out Amyl and the Sniffers show tomorrow night at Marathon Music Works. Maybe not. And Friday Night Lights and Justified fans, there are still some tickets available to see Alicia Witt at 3rd and Lindsley on Sunday night. And that's it for another Touring Thursday. Support for the Unlimited Supply podcast is provided by Music Services, a division of CSAC Music Group. Music Services is pioneering technology, licensing, and administration solutions to meet the growing needs of record labels and music publishers worldwide. For more on Music Services, visit musicservices.com. And by RoyFi, which offers the lowest rates and fairest terms on advances in the industry. If you're interested in taking your career to the next level without surrendering rights or leverage, RoyFi is your advance funding solution. Hey, it's been a while since I posted a song of the day, but last night I went to see old friends Peter, Bjorn, and John at Irving Plaza, and it was excellent. Their opening act was NYC's own The Josephine Network, who reeled off Glam Gem after Glam Gem. This one is from last summer. It's called Fat Doll, and it's T-Rex-erific. If you want to get unlimited supply in your ear daily, follow us wherever you get your podcasts. If you like what you hear, drop us a rating and a crucial review wherever you get your podcasts, and tell a friend or three. Links to everything we discussed in the show are in the show notes, and you can visit unlimitedsupplypod.com or email me at lars@nodisc.com to tell us what you think about the show, to feed us info, to feed us lunch, to challenge us on our dubious assertions, and to tell us what we're missing out on. I'm Lars Murray, and remember, in this business, no conflict usually means no interest.